either vinyl community, music community, CD community, whatever. Uh, I got another CD update. Last month I didn't do one because I only have one CD. I'm not going to do an update for one CD. But now I got a little stack of records that I thought were interesting, really good. Now the thing is, I have this inbox of CDs that I go through. I only play them in the car because that's where I can play them easily. Not all the CDs are CDs that my wife likes, so hence me playing them in the car. Of all those CDs, a lot of them are okay. Some of them are horrendous, and then some of them are really, really enjoyable. And I'm going to show you those. In this update, not all of them are really enjoyable, but they're interesting enough. So let's get started. First up, the CD that was the album that I actually only had in June. So there we are. This is Skid Row, Slave to the Grind. Now, why Skid Row? Yeah, I don't know. I like this. I did pick up their first album, self-titled, months ago. I enjoyed that. Somehow, I think these guys were not really in the same vein as Motley Crue and Twisted Sister and all those makeup hair metal bands. The songs were really good. The guys look like they're okay guys, I guess. So, Slave to the Grind. I really enjoyed that. These are all from July, and it's quite a lot. I picked up a lot of CDs in late June, early July, and I was able to play these. First up is this one. This is Tom Waits' Orphans box. Cost me $3, which is really, really cheap. Its subtitle is Brawlers, Ballers, and Bastards. Comes with, this is a limited edition, by the way. Comes with this booklet of pictures and all the lyrics to all the songs. And there's a lot of songs on here. First CD has 16 songs, second CD has 20 songs, and third CD has 18 songs. They're all housed in these envelopes, I would call them. There they are. And I don't know about Tom Waits. I had Tom Waits records in the past, and I liked them, but not really good enough to keep them. So I don't have any Tom Waits on vinyl. I did pick this up because I'm interested. I like Tom Waits as a person, as a character, as a singer, but as the music itself, not really. You get three categories. You got the sort of jazzy, bluesy, early stuff that he did. These are, by the way, all previously unreleased records, songs. You get the more abstract, weirder stuff that he did while he was doing Swordfish Trombone and later period, and then he did the really whacked out stuff with poetry. And I like the second one. I like the Trombone Fish. I don't know what the title was, but that era of a little weird, but not too weird. I don't care for the jazzy stuff that he did, and I don't really care for the really avant-garde shit that he did. But this is a really, really cool CD, cool piece, which I just had to pick up because you don't ever see this at Goodwill and thrift stores. Same goes for this. This I really enjoyed. It's not the best thing he did. This is Elliott Smith's New Moon 2 CD set. They sold it for me for a single CD, which is nice. It's the UK version. Comes with booklet. What do I need to say about Elliott Smith? Elliott Smith is a singer-songwriter whose songs I really, really like. Sad, tragic story to the guy. yeah, I needed to pick this up. This is a really cool little box. So there you are. Then we have Yankee Hotel Foxtrot by Wilco. This originally came with a slipcase. There's no slipcase on this version, but I had to pick it up. Wilco is an indie rock band that I don't really know that well. I heard several of their albums, and this is a great album. It's probably one of their classics, so had to pick that up. I enjoyed this a lot. Same goes for this. This was a little weird finding this. This is Black Lips, Arabia Mountain from 2011. There is a booklet, sorry. Tiny little booklet. This is the Dutch edition on Coop, C-O-O-P. There. This is post-punk, noise rock. It's all over the place, but I really like it. So if you like that stuff, check this out. Some hip hop. I found a lot of hip hop, but not all of it was interesting. This is M.O.P. To the Death. I think they're a California-based band or group or duo. It's been a while since I listened to this, but I remember liking this. There were a couple of songs that I didn't care for, but this is pretty good. Sort of gangster rap, if you want to call it that. But yeah, had to pick this up. M.O.P. Then I also picked up Ween with Chocolate and Cheese. Now Ween is like Tom Waits, a band I understand and I sometimes like. They can go really weird and they can go really strange, and I don't know. I never really had the urge to have it on vinyl. Still don't after this album. I like it. It's got Voodoo Lady, which is a great track, really great track, but it's filled with so much of this lo-fi noodling, supposedly weird and strange, but it's not really weird and strange. I don't know. I do like Ween, but not enough to really say I like him. This I did like a lot. This is Deltron 3030, self-titled debut album from 1999. I could be wrong. Copyright here says 3030. Like I say, I picked up a lot of hip hop on CD. This is Dan the Automator with Del the Funky Homo Sapien. It's got I had to open it again. It's got a lot of guests. You got Kid Koala, Damon Albarn, Prince Paul, Sean Lennon, Peanut Butter Wolf. Those are the big names, I guess. And this is really good. Sort of underground hip hop. It reminded me of Dr. Octagon that I picked up not too long ago on vinyl. This is a really good album as well. Then we got a Dutch group. This is Brown Feather Sparrow, and the album is called Wide Awakens Everything. On the Volkoren label. It's an indie label from Holland that focuses on mostly slowcore music, like Low does, and it kind of reminds me of Low. It's beautiful, very sad music, but it's interesting, and I picked it up because of the Folklore label. But I would pick up any of their other stuff. The vocals of the lead singer, her voice, kind of iffy, I guess, but for me it works. And the last album I got is JTQ, Supernatural Feeling. I saw this and I was like, could this be the James Taylor Quartet? It is. This is the James Taylor Quartet. James Taylor Quartet are a British jazz group, and they're not four, they're 5 people, so it's not a quartet, is it? Heavy on the Hammond organ and keys, vocals done by Joel McCoy. Joel McCoy are not really my cup of tea. I don't really care for his voice. The instrumentals, however, are funky. They're so funky. JTQ, James Taylor Quartet, is part of the acid jazz family, and I've talked about acid jazz in CD updates a lot. If you like Incognito, if you like Galliano, the brand new heavies, check out JTQ, James Taylor Quartet. He released albums under this moniker or just simply to the James Taylor Quartet. It's like 90s jazz funk. First and the last track didn't do anything for me. They were too house inspired, but the rest is really funky, really great. Not as catchy as the bands I mentioned previously, but still worth checking out. And that's it. I'm not sure if next month we'll have more. We'll have an update. Maybe it will be in 2 months' time. I don't know. It depends on how many albums I really liked. So thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you soon. Bye-bye.